Chosen one. This is not a message to scroll past. This is not a coincidence. If these words reached you right now, it is because the divine specifically led you here. The universe is speaking, and it is urgent. The moment has arrived. The time of endless waiting and hoping is over. What once felt distant is now rushing toward you with urgency and purpose. The dreams you held tightly, the prayers you whispered in silence, the hopes you guarded in secret nights, are shifting, gathering weight, forming substance. They are no longer out of reach. They are stepping out of the hidden realm and taking shape around you. Something in your spirit already senses it. A stirring like the first breeze before a storm of blessing, a pulse of awakening moving through your soul. This is not only a change of thought, it is a spiritual ignition, the kind that touched hearts in Acts 2, when a sound like the blowing of a violent wind came from heaven and filled the whole house. The same force is moving toward you now, preparing to fill your life with breakthroughs so swift they take your breath away. Opportunities will appear without warning. Doors you once knocked on will open as if they had been waiting for you all along. What felt blocked will clear in an instant, but you must align yourself with this shift. Your heart, mind, and spirit must stand ready. Resistance will only slow what God is trying to bring into your life. Ignorance will blur the signs placed directly before you. This is the time to awaken fully, to lean in with the depth of your soul, to act with intention. Feel the urgency, feel the calling. This moment asks for presence, not passivity. It asks for courage, not hesitation. Just as Joshua was commanded in Joshua 1-9, "Be strong and courageous," so you are being called to step forward with bold trust. If you are still reading, still breathing in these words, still sensing something greater rising inside you, then understand this truth: you are being prepared. Your steps are not random, your struggles were not meaningless. Every waiting season, every closed door, every moment of doubt has shaped you for the unfoldings ahead. The divine is moving, heaven is aligning. The cosmic clock is striking a new hour for your life. You stand at the beginning of a transformation that will rewrite the path before you, and this is only the beginning. Before we go deeper into this urgent message, I need you to do 3 things. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We are on the path to 20,000 subscribers, and you don't want to miss the life-changing messages coming your way. Leave a comment with the number 99. This number carries immense power, and by leaving it, you will amplify this message and send a signal to the universe that you are ready for the truth. And to those who are supporting us and giving to this ministry, whether through the comment section or the Super Thanks feature, understand this: you are not just a giver, you are a co-laborer. We are partners in this divine assignment. Your seed isn't random, it is alignment. It is your way of saying, "God, I am ready to move when you speak." Chosen one, as you move deeper into this divine moment, feel how the world around you begins to quiet, how something sacred starts to rise within you, guiding you like a gentle but unmistakable pull on your spirit. This message is not casual. It is a summons, a spiritual invitation carrying the same weight that echoed in Exodus 3-4. When God called Moses by name and said, "Here I am," that same voice is calling you now, urging you to pause, to recognize that heaven is trying to get your attention. You have walked through seasons where distractions drowned out your purpose, where noise clouded your clarity, where life pressed so hard you forgot the strength inside you. But now the divine hand is reaching through the chaos, insisting that you listen. Picture yourself standing on the shoreline of destiny, waves rising with meaning, pulling you towards something greater than anything you have known. Feel the urgency not as pressure, but as love. The kind of love described in Psalm 32-8, where God promises, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. His eye is on you now, steady and unblinking, guiding you toward a gathering prepared only for the chosen. Imagine a sacred assembly forming in the unseen, a convergence of awakened souls, the 144,000 whose spirits carry fragments of holy fire. They are moving toward a meeting ordained since ancient days, a circle where purpose, destiny, and divine mission intertwine. And you are being drawn into that circle, not by chance, but by lineage of spirit. Your soul recognizes this call because it has heard it before. This is where your true tribe waits, the ones who share your spiritual frequency, the ones who will see you, understand you, uplift you, and walk beside you with fierce devotion. Some among them may become your closest allies. One may become the soulmate your spirit has prayed for, the one whose presence feels like coming home. But to step into this circle, you must rise above the old shadows that once held you down. You must release the fears that whispered you were not ready. You must let go of the distractions that drained your strength and dulled your insight. God is positioning you for a holy encounter, and He is ready to support you with a depth that mirrors the promise in Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. His support is active, not passive. It moves like a current waiting to carry you forward, but only if you surrender to its flow with trust. This window of divine opportunity is open now, but it will not remain open forever. Destiny requires response. Purpose requires participation. You are being called to shed the weight of doubt and step fully into the rise of your spirit. Beyond this moment lies a transformation that will touch every part of your life, reshaping your path with purpose and power. And this is only the second step in your unfolding, chosen one. A monumental shift is approaching you now, a spiritual revolution rising from within, calling you into alignment with a purpose far greater than the one you once imagined for yourself. This is not simply an adjustment of attitude. It is a deep inner awakening, the kind spoken of in Ezekiel 36:26, where God promises, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. That new spirit is stirring inside you, urging you to tune every part of your being to the divine frequency that is preparing to change the entire landscape of your life. To receive this shift fully, your heart, mind, and spirit must move as one. Picture your soul like an instrument being tuned with precision. Only when each string vibrates in harmony can the music of your destiny begin to rise. Alignment is not something that happens by accident. It requires intention, awareness, and surrender. It asks you to silence the noise of the world and listen for the soft whispers of God, whispers that often come when you least expect them. The world pulls at you constantly with distractions, opinions, and demands. But now is the sacred moment to turn inward, to step away from the loudness and enter the quiet sanctuary where God's voice becomes unmistakably clear. Think of your energy as something precious, not to be scattered across meaningless pursuits, but concentrated like a beam of focused light. When you turn that energy inward, you tap into a deep well of wisdom, intuition, and spiritual power. Your inner world becomes the birthplace of miracles. Your clarity sharpens, your steps align. This is where transformation begins. Distractions blur your vision and weaken your spiritual footing, but inward focus strengthens your foundation. It brings you back to the truth of Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. In stillness, your purpose rises. In silence, your spirit grows. The world is full of mirages, promises of validation, attention, and status that leave you emptier the more you chase them. But God offers something real, eternal, and overflowing. His presence is an oasis that restores your strength and returns you to yourself. To walk into what is coming, You must release the expectations others have placed upon you. You must release the need for approval. You must release the belief that your worth is found in what people see. God calls you now into a deeper truth, a truth rooted not in the world's applause, but in the divine identity placed within you since the beginning. Throughout history, the number 144,000 has symbolized a sacred remnant, a gathering of souls chosen to stand as beacons of spiritual light. You are being invited into that lineage, not as a title of superiority, but as a responsibility to rise into your highest expression. Imagine yourself standing among thousands of awakened souls, each carrying a spark of divine purpose, each aligned in unity, devotion, and love. This is not fantasy. It is spiritual reality unfolding. Stepping into this circle demands courage, humility, and discipline. It asks you to let go of ego and embrace the fullness of who you are meant to become. Together, this gathering of awakened souls will ignite a spiritual renaissance that moves through generations, reshaping hearts and lives with divine power. And as you read these words, know this: your awakening has already begun, chosen one. In a world obsessed with approval, the divine is calling you to step out of that exhausting cycle and anchor yourself in something far deeper and unshakable. So many chase likes, comments, and fleeting validation. Yet none of these things carry the weight of God's gaze upon your life. His gaze is steady and eternal. The same assurance spoken in 1 Samuel 16:7, where it says, "The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." Your heart is what He sees now, and your heart is what He is shaping for the greater path ahead. When you shift your focus from the noise of public opinion to the quiet truth of who you are in God's eyes, something powerful awakens inside you. You step into authenticity. You step into freedom. You step into your true spiritual identity without fear of judgment. This freedom becomes a force that no criticism can break and no praise can inflate. It stabilizes you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the blessings and responsibilities waiting in your future. Because what God is calling you to now is not only about receiving blessings, it is about stepping into divine responsibility, the kind of responsibility that transforms ordinary lives into instruments of healing and hope. Blessings are not the destination. They are the beginning. They are the tools placed in your hands so you can serve with greater love, courage, and compassion. Think of yourself as a gardener entrusted with sacred soil. The fruits are beautiful, but they require daily care, perseverance, and devotion. In the same way, your spiritual calling requires you to tend the garden of your soul with intention. This means letting go of habits that drain your energy, releasing relationships that dim your light, and walking away from environments that dull your spirit. Divine responsibility asks for integrity, sacrifice, and unwavering faith. It asks you to rise even when you feel weary, and to trust that your efforts are shaping far more than you can see. It is natural to come before God with your desires, hopes, and prayers. But now the divine asks for something deeper. Instead of asking only for what you want, you are being invited to ask, "What does God want from me?" This simple shift unlocks a new dimension of spiritual growth. It aligns you with a plan that is larger than your own, and connects your path to the greater picture unfolding across time. God's vision for your life is wide, panoramic, and filled with purpose. When you surrender your personal timeline and trust His orchestration, you open doors that you did not even know existed. There will be moments when your desires seem delayed or denied, but even those delays are sacred. They prune you, they shape you, they prepare you. They echo the promise found in Proverbs 3-5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Trust is the bridge between your current season and your future blessings. Your yes to God becomes the catalyst that transforms not only your life, but the lives of those connected to your journey. A transformation of this magnitude does not arrive quietly. It comes like a storm that sweeps away the old and reveals the strength you never knew you carried. It shakes foundations not to break you, but to rebuild you. You may feel tension, discomfort, or uncertainty as you step toward this new chapter. But do not mistake these feelings for signs of failure. They are the signs of rebirth. Storms cleanse, fire refines, pressure strengthens. Through every challenge, God is shaping your character, sharpening your discernment, and purifying your spirit. And in the midst of all this change, you are not walking alone. You are surrounded by divine protection, the kind spoken in Psalm 121:8. The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore. His presence is the steady hand guiding you through the storm toward the light waiting ahead. Soon you will emerge wiser, stronger, and radiant with purpose. This is the turning point. This is the shift your soul has been preparing for, and you are ready. Chosen one, discipline may sound like a heavy word. Yet, in the spiritual realm, it is the very tool that shapes you into the person capable of carrying divine purpose with strength and clarity. Discipline is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the sculptor's hands that form you, the steady rhythm that aligns your heart with God's intention. This is the same truth woven into Hebrews 12:11, which reminds us, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. You are being shaped for that harvest now, even if the process feels demanding. Discipline sharpens you. It removes the excess. It quiets the noise. It brings focus where there was once distraction. It digs deep into the soil of your soul and prepares it for the seeds God is planting. Seeds that will grow into strength, wisdom, and spiritual authority. This preparation is not meant to feel effortless. It is meant to feel meaningful. Every choice you make to stay committed, to stay faithful, to stay aligned becomes a brick in the foundation of the future God is building for you. In this season, you may be called to release habits that weaken your spirit, relationships that drain your energy, or cycles that pull you away from your purpose. This release is not loss, it is pruning. And Jesus himself spoke of this process in John 15:2, saying, "Every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful." What feels like cutting back is actually making room for expansion. As discipline becomes your companion, you will find your heart being prepared not only for spiritual growth, but for powerful connections. A time is coming when you will be drawn toward your spiritual tribe, the souls whose journeys echo your own, who uplift you, challenge you, and remind you of the light within you. These are not random people. They are divinely aligned companions designed to help carry you into your next chapter. Among them may be the soulmate your heart has long sensed, the one whose spirit resonates like a familiar song, the one who mirrors your purpose and walks with you in harmony, whether it is your tribe, your partner, or both. These connections will amplify your growth and reflect God's goodness in ways that words can barely capture. You are also part of something vast and unseen, a spiritual network that spans realms beyond the physical. The chosen ones across time and space are linked, bound by divine purpose and destiny. Their strength becomes your strength. Their awakening strengthens your awakening. Their prayers lift you even when you feel weak. This truth reflects the spirit of Romans 12:5. So in Christ we, though many, form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. You belong to something greater, something sacred, something eternal. And that network surrounds you even now. As your spirit awakens, you will feel power stirring inside you, ancient and divine, calling you to rise to your true potential. This activation may feel like a surge, like a flood, like a river breaking its dam, and rushing into every part of your being with purpose and clarity. It asks you to release old fears, outdated beliefs, and inner limitations. This activation demands full presence and full surrender. It asks you to trust God's shaping, God's timing, and God's orchestration. You are not being asked to be perfect. You are being asked to be willing, and when you say yes, even silently, heaven moves. Divine timing begins to unfold with precision sharper than anything you could plan. The delays you once resented reveal themselves as protection. The waiting you once feared reveals itself as preparation. You learn to trust the unfolding rather than force it. This trust is the bridge between who you have been and who you are becoming. And as you walk across it, step by step, breath by breath, you will feel God moving beside you, shaping every moment into purpose. This is your awakening, this is your rise, and more is coming. Chosen one. Divine timing is the quiet rhythm beneath every step you take, a rhythm you cannot always hear, but one that guides you with flawless precision. What feels delayed is often aligned with a greater purpose you cannot yet see. What feels uncertain is often shaping you for blessings far beyond your imagination. This truth echoes the wisdom of Isaiah 60:22. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Even now, heaven is orchestrating details of your future with such detail and intention that if you could see it all at once, it would overwhelm you with awe. Your fears whisper that you are behind, but God says you are right on schedule. Your doubts tell you the path is unclear, but God says He is lighting it step by step. Your spirit may feel the tension between what is and what could be, but that tension is the evidence of transformation stirring beneath the surface. Just as roots grow deep before a tree breaks through the soil, your growth is happening in places your eyes cannot yet reach. Fear will try to convince you that stillness means stagnation, but faith reminds you that stillness often means preparation. Trusting God's timing is not passive, it is an active surrender, a daily decision to walk forward, even when the path is dimly lit. Knowing His hand is steady on your life, this trust is what strengthens your spirit. This trust is what shapes your future. And through this trust, divine favor begins to flow in ways that defy explanation. Discipline in this season becomes your anchor, the quiet force that aligns your actions with your purpose and signals to heaven that you are ready to receive more. Many believe discipline restricts, but in truth, it frees. It cuts through the chaos, dissolves confusion, and opens the channel for God's guidance to move clearly through your life. It becomes a steady beat that carries you through seasons of uncertainty, the foundation that supports your spiritual authority. This discipline echoes the call found in 1 Corinthians 9:27, where Paul says, "I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached, I myself will not be disqualified." Discipline prepares you to walk with integrity, strength, and unwavering purpose as you redirect your energy inward, away from distractions, and toward divine alignment. Something extraordinary happens. Your life force gathers, concentrates, and transforms into a powerful current that shapes your reality. Energy is not random, it is generative. Every thought plants a seed, every emotion carries frequency, every action shapes the trajectory of your future. And when your energy aligns with God's presence, you become a magnet for clarity, wisdom, and supernatural breakthroughs. Imagine this focus as a laser cutting through the darkness, illuminating the path ahead, and removing obstacles you once thought immovable. This inward redirection is an act of spiritual mastery. It is the moment you stop scattering your strength across meaningless pursuits and begin investing it into the soil of your calling. When mind, heart, and spirit move in unity, you become a vessel ready to carry divine purpose with power. Begin by stilling your mind, letting the noise fall away until you can hear the whisper of God's guidance. Then open your heart, allowing old wounds to heal and forgiveness to flow. The heart is your compass, and when it is open, divine clarity rises naturally. Finally, nurture your spirit through presence, prayer, and sacred stillness. These three, mind, heart, and spirit, form a trinity within you that, when aligned, unlocks your highest path. You are never alone on this path. God walks with you, just as He promised in Deuteronomy 31:8. The Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Alongside Him are angels, guides, and a spiritual tribe that supports you invisibly, strengthening you when you feel weak and reminding you that your steps are part of something larger and sacred. Signs are appearing all around you, subtle yet undeniable, nudging you toward your divine direction. A repeated number, a dream that lingers, a coincidence too perfect to ignore. These signs are not random. They are preparation. They are guidance. They are proof that heaven is speaking to you moment by moment. Your past, no matter how heavy or complicated, is not a chain binding you. It is the foundation that shaped your strength, the fire that forged your resilience. Nothing in your story is wasted. Every struggle, every heartbreak, every unanswered question has prepared you for the rise unfolding now. And in the quiet moments, the stillness where the world fades, you will hear God's voice calling you deeper, inviting you to step into silence where true wisdom lives. This silence is not empty, it is sacred. It is where revelations grow roots. It is where your soul catches fire. And from this stillness, your next chapter begins to take shape with divine power. Chosen one. The world around you is loud with distractions, each one vying for your attention, pulling your spirit in 100 directions that lead nowhere. But God is calling you to a different focus now, a heavenly focus that cuts through the noise and draws you back to what truly matters. This call mirrors the wisdom in Colossians 3:2. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. The earthly pulls you down, but the divine lifts you into clarity, purpose, and peace. When you choose heavenly focus, you reclaim authority over your life. You stop scattering your energy on what drains you and begin investing it into what strengthens you. You set boundaries with the things that numb you. You distance yourself from the voices that confuse you. You break free from the cycle of chasing validation and instead begin seeking divine alignment. Your attention becomes a sacred offering, a beam of light that strengthens every part of your spirit. And as that beam sharpens, you begin to sense what God has been preparing all along. Blessings that are abundant, overflowing, and tailor-made for your heart's journey. But blessings cannot take root in a heart cluttered with old pain. Healing becomes the gateway, forgiveness becomes the key, resentment, fear, and shame act like walls blocking the flow of grace. But when you tear those walls down, divine love rushes in like a river. This reflects the promise in Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Your heart is not too shattered for God to restore. Your past is not too heavy for God to redeem. Your pain is not too deep for God to transform. Letting go may feel vulnerable. It may feel unfamiliar, but with each release, you create space for miracles to enter. You create room for the blessings that have been trying to reach you. And as your heart heals, your spirit begins to awaken with new strength. This awakening reminds you of the sacred truth that your journey is not isolated. You are connected to a divine communion, a spiritual family that spans realms. These are the chosen ones, the souls attuned to the same frequency, walking toward the same light. Their strength flows into you. Your growth inspires theirs together. You form a constellation of purpose, each soul shining in its own way, yet united by divine mission. This connection is not imagination. It is spiritual reality. God is aligning you with individuals who match your elevation, Some will come as mentors, some will come as partners. Some will come as the long-awaited soulmate whose presence feels like a missing piece returning home. These connections are divinely timed. They appear when your heart is ready, not when your impatience demands them. Everything unfolds in harmony with a timeline that cannot be rushed. If this message has touched your spirit, if you feel the truth of these words resonating within you, I want to invite you to be part of this sacred work. This ministry exists to uplift souls like yours, to deliver messages that awaken and inspire. If you are moved to support this divine assignment, you can use the Super Thanks feature below this video. Your contribution, whatever feels right in your heart, helps us continue bringing these life-changing messages to the chosen ones around the world. But know this, whether you give or not, you are valued, you are seen, and you are exactly where you need to be. As this sacred timing draws near, the atmosphere around your life begins to shift. You may feel a stirring in your spirit, a sense that something is coming, something vast, something holy. You may notice your old patterns falling away, your old fears weakening, your old doubts losing power. This is God preparing you, the same God who spoke in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. These plans are unfolding now, shaping themselves around your rising faith. In the silence He calls you toward. You begin to hear the guidance that was always there. In the stillness you enter. You reconnect with the version of yourself you lost along the way. In the quiet, you become receptive to direction, wisdom, and divine intuition. Stillness is not inactivity. Stillness is activation. It is the moment your spirit becomes clear enough for God to speak without interruption. It is where confusion dissolves. It is where your next steps reveal themselves. It is where your power returns. And the more you enter this stillness, the more heaven aligns your path. The distractions lose their hold. The noise fades. The clarity rises. You begin to see that God is not distant. He is near. He is preparing you breath by breath, moment by moment, layer by layer. He is shaping you to recognize the blessings you once prayed for, preparing you to step into a chapter filled with divine guidance, divine timing, and divine purpose. And all of it is leading you toward the final awakening that now approaches with unstoppable force. Chosen one, your heart is nearing the threshold of a divine awakening that has been unfolding quietly, steadily, intentionally. What God has been preparing for you is not a small blessing or a fleeting shift. It is a complete renewal of your inner world, a transformation that touches every corner of your being. The blessings that await you are not scattered or accidental. They are arranged with the same care spoken in James 1:17. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights. These gifts are not distant anymore. They are drawing near, waiting for the moment your heart becomes ready to receive them fully. And your readiness begins with surrender. Surrender is not weakness. Surrender is strength. It is the opening of the heart, the releasing of old chains, the softening of the places that once hardened in fear. As you open your heart, healing flows in. As you release resistance, clarity rises. As you let go of the wounds that have followed you for years, you make space for new beginnings. This is the spiritual cleansing God has been guiding you toward. The clearing of your inner landscape so His blessings can take root. The process may feel raw. It may feel strange to let go of what has been familiar, even if that familiarity brought pain. But trust that this release is holy. Trust that this letting go is the key to stepping into the abundance God has designed for your life. Just as the prophet Joel declared in Joel 2:25, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. God is preparing to restore what was lost. He is preparing to return what was taken. He is ready to replace sorrow with joy, and confusion with purpose. Your restoration is not a distant promise. It is already in motion. As your heart heals and your spirit steadies, you will begin to feel something powerful rising within you. A sense of divine momentum moving through your life like wind pushing open doors you once thought were sealed shut. Opportunities will appear. Clarity will come. Breakthroughs will unfold in ways that feel miraculous yet perfectly timed. What once felt out of reach will become attainable. What once felt impossible will begin to take shape. This is the moment your spirit has been preparing for since the beginning. God is not just guiding you, He is walking with you. He is lifting you. He is aligning every thread of your journey with precision. And as you rise, He draws you toward the connections meant to walk beside you. Your spiritual tribe, those whose presence strengthens your courage, will begin to appear. Some may enter softly, some boldly, but each one will carry significance. Among them may be the soulmate your heart has longed for, the one designed to partner with your purpose. Their presence will feel familiar, supportive, grounding, not because of chance, but because of divine orchestration. These relationships will not drain you. They will elevate you. They will not confuse you. They will clarify you. They will not dim your light. They will amplify it. As these alignments take place, you will sense the spiritual network that surrounds you. Angels, guides, and awakened souls strengthening you, encouraging you, urging you forward. You will recognize that you were never walking alone, even when the path felt silent. In this final stretch of your awakening, God calls you to embrace silence with reverence. For in the quiet, your spirit becomes a vessel ready to receive instruction, direction, and divine vision. The noise of the world fades, and the voice of God becomes clear. Stillness is where revelation is born. Stillness is where courage grows. Stillness is where the final pieces of your awakening click into place. And from that stillness, the greatest shift of your life begins. You are stepping into a chapter marked by purpose, power, and divine protection. You are rising into the version of yourself that God saw long before you saw it. You are walking into blessings tailored for your path. You are stepping into a future illuminated by grace. Let your heart receive this truth. Nothing ahead of you is accidental. Nothing is random. Every blessing, every breakthrough, every connection, every moment of guidance has been prepared with love. Your life is about to unfold in ways that will leave you breathless with gratitude. This is your awakening. This is your time. And the divine is with you in every breath, every step, every moment. As the new chapter begins to rise,